Hello. Hi guys. I'm so excited to be back today to talk to you about some objections and fears that I had about coaching before I started. But first, I wanted to thank those of you who have left your takeaways on the giveaway post that we're doing today. I'm really happy that the things that we are saying are resonating with you and you can see yourselves doing what we're doing, because this is such an amazing thing, and I would love for you to get to experience the awesome stuff that we get to do too. So I know that a lot of you are probably sitting there like maybe thinking like, oh, that's so nice and that looks so great for them, but I can't see myself doing that, or I don't have the money to do that, I don't have the time to do that. I don't want to be a salesperson, or I don't have an understanding of what they do. So I'm going to break down all of those for you today, because those are all very, very valid feelings. Those are things that I felt before I started, because I have a degree in elementary education and English. I have no training in social media. I have no training in building business. I failed the economics part of the praxis test to get my teaching license in New Jersey. So like I was here, and like I thought I needed to be over here to have success with this business. But what I found out was I didn't need to be anywhere. I just needed to want to help people. And that is how I have had so much success in this business. And I shared my income progression with you today in a post, and Natalie had posted hers. And later today, you'll get to hear from Sammy, who is a newer coach, and she's seeing success in her business almost right away. So make sure that you come back and listen to that, because it's going to be an amazing story. And I want you guys to make sure that you can see that you don't have to be in this for 4 years to see success. You can see smaller successes in the beginning that compile over time to create the level of success that I have and that Natalie has in a year. So the first, since we're talking about income and stuff, I'm going to talk about money first. I know that obviously you have to invest in a business. You have to spend money to make money. It's like a thing. It's not just a thing. It's literally not just a saying. It's legitimate. But when I started, so I didn't tell you much about like what my life looked like when I started. I told you more about like the emotions and the feelings I was feeling. I didn't really tell you about like the logistics of my lifestyle. So when I started coaching, I was a teacher. I was a first-year teacher. So if you've ever been a teacher, you know how crazy that is. If you've ever been in your first year of teaching, you know how insane that is. In a kindergarten class, no less. I was also enrolled in grad classes, so I had those after work. And I was driving an hour and 15 minutes to work and an hour and 15 minutes back home. So I was in the car for 2.5 hours a day. I was in the classroom for however many hours a day. And then I would go to grad school for 3-hour classes afterwards and get home super late, go to sleep, wake up, do it all over again. That was my life. When I decided I was going to be a coach too, it all kind of happened at the same time. So I didn't really have a lot of money. If you're a teacher, you get that. If you are just getting out of college and you don't really have an established career yet, you understand that. But what I realized was I was spending so much money on stupid things, like going out to get coffee every morning before work and buying lunches and drinking and, going to TJ Maxx and getting candles and stupid things that I didn't need. Buying things like pre and probiotics and vitamins and workout supplements that I no longer had to buy once I decided to be a part of this, because our superfood shake covers all of that. And also our performance line, we've got awesome supplements there for like pre-workouts and stuff. So I didn't have to spend that outside. And again, I was able to spend that in my business, which is awesome. So you're going to also make back your initial investment in your first 30 days. If you help 3 people, and it's not very difficult to do, I'm sure you could think of 3 people that come to mind that you would love to help, that maybe are, people that would be fun accountability partners for you to work out with, or maybe you have a significant other that wants to get healthy with you, or a sibling, or a parent, or a best friend. Like, we can come up with 3 people in our lives that we can help. And it doesn't have to be a best friend. It could be like someone that maybe moved away that you don't see a lot. It's just a great way for you to reconnect with people who you don't get to talk to on a regular basis. So by helping 3 people in your first month, you're going to make your initial investment back. And if that's something that you really want to do, then your coach is going to work super laser focused with you, and we're going to give you the tools to make that happen. We're not just going to tell you to go do it. We're going to show you how to do it and help you do that. Also, when I was getting started with this, I was like, I don't know how I'm going to have time to do this because I just told you my life was chaotic. I was also in a new relationship with my now husband. We had just started dating, and if you remember, being in a relationship in the beginning, you want to spend a lot of time with that person. You want to develop your relationship. So I had to split my time between him and my work and my school and my business and my family and my personal life. But what I found was a lot of the things that I was doing with coaching were helping me in all of those other areas of my life. Doing my personal development was helping me be a better girlfriend, was helping me be a better teacher, was helping me be a better daughter. Doing my workouts was building my confidence and making me feel better about myself, which kind of trickled into everything else I was doing in my life. So it wasn't like I was adding something extra to my plate. I was doing something that was benefiting me in more ways than one. Also, I just stopped spending a lot of time doing things that were wasting time, like scrolling on Instagram, like watching people's stories. But actually back then when I started, there was no such thing as stories. So there was a little bit fewer distractions back then, but Facebook was still around. There were lots of videos being posted on there. There was still YouTube. There was still Netflix. Just sitting and binge watching Netflix, I was like, well, that's a good waste of time. I could use that time to invite some people to join me. So a lot of the time that you feel you don't have, if you really sit down and you reevaluate the way you're using your time, you can kind of repurpose the time into something that's going to move you forward. Or maybe use that watching Friends, because that's my fave show. I still watch Friends, but I do it either while I'm inviting people, or I do it as a reward. Once I get my work done, I can watch Friends. So there are ways to make this work. You don't have to eliminate your entire social life to have success with this by any means. And our workouts are made for people who are super busy. So I was able to wake up early and get my workout done in 30 minutes, get ready and get to work, because this business is conducive to a hectic, crazy, busy lifestyle. We cater to people who are busy. Nobody in their life is going to have endless amounts of time to do whatever they want to do. But with what we have, we're able to not only help ourselves, we're able to help other people find the time in their day to take care of themselves. We are literally based on living a healthy life when you're super busy. And the fact that you're busy is not something that should hold you back from doing this. It should be something that motivates you to get started with this, because this was literally created for people who are really uber busy. I don't think I've ever said Uber in that way in a sentence. So, okay, we're gonna just roll with it today. Another thing that I was afraid of was that I didn't want to be a salesperson, but I really quickly found out that that's not what we do. I was getting results with the programs, and I was just naturally talking to people and sharing it with people. People were asking me what I was doing, and I realized very quickly it was equivalent to if I went to go see a movie and I told somebody how amazing it was and they had to go see it, same deal. Or if people ask me all the time about my hair color, how do you keep the color so long? I use a shampoo. It's called Celebrity Luxury, and I use the rose gold conditioner and the viral color wash. I just told you, I solved a problem for you. Maybe you also have pink hair and you want to keep it bright and fresh. I solved that problem for you by sharing what works for me. And that's what we do. We don't just go on social media and post and try to sell things. We try to identify a solution that we can help somebody, a problem that somebody has. We have that solution and we deliver on that solution. So we're not just selling things and walking away. We've got this amazing community that these people are a part of. We've got this amazing team. We're supporting them along the way. So you don't ever have to feel like a salesperson. And you'll realize that once you get involved, that it's definitely not that. And if it was, I wouldn't be here, because that's icky and I'm not good at that stuff. So the other thing, the biggest thing, is probably a fear of the unknown, a lack of knowledge, feeling like you're not fit enough, feeling like you're not good enough, feeling like you're not going to be able to have that level of success. And that all just comes from a place of fear and a place of doubt. But those are things that we work on as coaches. So if you ever feel that way, doing something like this is going to help you with those things. I lived my whole life feeling inferior and feeling like self-doubt and worry and anxiety and all these things. And through being a coach and like literally every day part of our job is to work on ourselves, that helped me with that. So if you're feeling that way, this is a great option for you to work on yourself and also help other people in return and get paid to do it. It's just like literally getting paid to become the best version of you, and that's pretty freaking cool. And also, like, I didn't have any clue how to build this business, and I'm sitting here 4 years later looking at everything that I've created. Like, how the heck did I do that? Because I was just myself, and I shared myself authentically, and I have just, like, you don't have to know everything. This is the kind of business where you learn as you go. You learn as you earn. You're not gonna, hate to break it to you for my perfectionists out there like I was, you can't expect to know everything coming into this because you're never going to know everything. I don't know everything. Natalie doesn't know everything. Sammy doesn't know everything. We don't know everything because everything changes so quickly and we're learning as we go. And the reason why we're having continued success is because we're always being a student. We're always learning and bettering ourselves. And that's the kind of business this is. So if you're afraid because you don't know everything, I don't know how to build a social media following, and I don't know how to post, and I don't know how to do this. We're going to teach you how to do those things. We're going to teach you how to talk to people. We're going to teach you how to share your story authentically. We're going to teach you all of those things so you don't have to worry. You don't go to any other job and they just throw you in there. Usually you go through an orientation or you have a training or an internship before you get that job. It's the same thing. We're not going to expect you to know everything coming in. And that's what your coach is here to help teach you and give you the tools. And then you take those tools and you run with those. And I think that's it. I think I covered everything super fast. So the one last thing I do want to mention is that every objection that you have comes from a place of fear and a place of doubt. So if it's a fear of not having enough time. It's a fear of failure. It's a fear of the unknown. And I just want to say something and share something that was shared with me from one of our super trainers, Sean T, in his workout. He says, objections come from a place of the unknown. Excuses are tools of incompetence. So if you're sitting there making excuses for why you can't succeed at this, and maybe you don't have the money to do this, hello, this is a business. You're going to make money. This is a way to help that problem that you have. Maybe you feel like you're not in shape to be a coach. Hello, this is a fitness business. You're going to get to work on yourself. If it's your mindset that you feel isn't there, you're going to get to work on that too. Like, this is the total package solution for your financial issues, for your mindset issues, for your fitness issue, whatever your issue is, your problem is, lack of time, like, this is the answer. This can solve all of those things for you, but you just have to say yes, and you have to trust your gut and just jump in and go for it. So he says, excuses are tools of incompetence. They're not excuses. There's a reason why you haven't joined us yet, and we can work with a reason. We can help you get over that self-doubt. We can help you, we can suggest a workout or a podcast for you to listen to as you're growing your business. We can suggest a fitness program to help you, whatever your goal is. Like, we can work with a reason, but we can't work with excuses, because excuses are like that roadblock. You're putting a wall up between where you are and where you want to be. So I'm going to let that sit in your head, and I'm going to sign off for today, but I hope that you guys got a lot out of this. If you have any questions, if you can relate to anything I said, just let me know. If you have a specific one that kind of really hit home for you, whether it was the time, the money, the salesperson, not knowing anything, not being fit enough, let us know below. And also be sure to come back later and listen to Sammy's story, because it's so, so inspiring. She's another teacher. She's currently a teacher and building this business at the same time, so you're not going to want to miss that. But have an awesome rest of your night, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye. Oh, and if you haven't entered we have 2 drawings going on, make sure you do that.